All right, let's go. Let's talk a little shop. Let's talk about a little spaghetti utensil. We're gonna need a ruler, gonna need a pencil, gonna need our spaghetti utensil, and gonna need something called a circle template. And you'll see these, you'll be familiar with these if you take drafting in the high school. So let's go ahead and try to find the center point of our spaghetti utensil. So what I did here was I went ahead and took a ruler and made what we want to call a kind of an educated guess here and get pretty close to what we want. We're pretty close to the thickest portion here. We're about 2 1/4. So I'm going to go about 1 1/8 back in the center, and then I'm going to go about the same distance, 1 1/8 back here. Now, we know for a fact that some of your projects are a little different in size. And so I went ahead and I'm going to use that 1 1/8 as my threshold for my project. Now that we have the center, because we really want this radius where these pegs are going to go to be in a diameter all the way around that center point. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to take our straight edge, and we're going to go try to make a straight line. The lighter you make it, the better it's going to be. We're going to go like this, and we're going to go like this. All right. So now we have where this hole is going to go. Now, our center hole is going to be about 7/8, but we want our pegs to be around 1 1/2 radius. So I'm going to go and find 1 1/2 here. And the really nice thing about these is they have marks by them to line up our pieces. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this and lay this on here like that, so it's centered up where I want it. And then I'm going to draw my circle. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to mark where these other ones are going to go. So I'm going to put one here, 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 and here, all the way around my diameter. So there's where my 8 pegs are going to go. Now, you may find that 1 1/2 won't quite fit your spaghetti utensil because maybe you cut it a little shorter when we had to sand it down. So that just means that we have to go with a little smaller radius. Now, we just have to make sure that we're happy with where we're at, and it looks like it gives us enough room to kind of lay everything out. So that should do it. And now we have to also look that, we're going to have to make a determination when we get to the drill press how far this is going to go down, and we really don't want to go through the back if we don't have to, because that will kind of make them a little uneven. But we can do that if we have to. We can kind of make that determination as we go forward, because some of these are a little thicker than other ones. And so really today it's find the center, go ahead and use a circle template to lay out a nice circle, lay out all 8 of your pegs, and then we're going to drill in all of those 8 pieces around that radius. It's really pretty important that we get that radius laid out the correct way, because if they don't, you'll be like the one we showed you in class where these things are kind of going everywhere, and we really don't want that. And then we're going to use the drill press afterwards to drill those holes. All right. So today's video is brought to you by Gatorade. When you're reaching for something in the shop and looking to quench that thirst, always turn to the original Gatorade.